Welcome back to the show, everyone. We are surrounded by gorgeous things.
Well,
right now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean,
both
jewelry.
of you.
Jane Monteiro is joining us now from Monteiro Designs to tell us about her great work. How are you?
Jane,
I'm very well.
So how did this whole thing get started for you?
You know what? It's funny because I didn't start with jewelry. I started with soft home decor.
Kind of like this right here.
Kind of like this here, and you know, throws and cushions and accents for the home. And then I created a couple of pieces for myself, and there was a good reaction. And the stores, as well as private clients, would ask me where I got it.
How much have you learned? I mean, because you have obviously, I mean, when we look around and we see the paintings and we see the home decor stuff, you obviously have a vision and you have a design philosophy, but then the application of that must be really interesting sometimes to see what's possible.
There's times when I have to say something's in my head and I have to run around Vancouver looking for something that might remotely fit into my design idea. So I'm hitting all the places to say, okay, so absolutely.
Yeah. And you've got so many different things that you've used here. Tell us about some of the stones. This was the first one that caught my eye because of the color, but I'm really surprised that this is actually an opal.
It is. It's a Peruvian opal, and it's actually white.
So
and they dye it.
Wow.
But I mean, I was at a gem show, and that was on a table of one vendor, and I think I literally leaped across the room to get to it.
Well,
and I did. I took a few pieces just because I wasn't sure, and it literally sold out the following day after I took it.
I've never seen a stone that color.
Isn't it stunning?
Yeah, it's
Between
really cool.
this, which is Chalcedony, and that, which is Peruvian opal, I'm finding I'm going towards those watery colors, those aquatic watery colors. And you'll see when the models come out, one of them is wearing the chandelier earrings, and it just, you know, the color.
Let's bring Savannah out now and have a look at.
I think she's wearing my favorite thing, the earrings. Let's start there.
Yeah. So again, Peruvian opal, and actually that was what I was looking for. We were trying to do something a little bit more, you know, bigger and bolder for the summer with all this rotten rain. I just thought it might be a good idea to bring a little bit of the aquatics in.
And it's such a great thing to get into your wardrobe too.
It is.
She's wearing a black dress and you can really dress anything up.
Absolutely.
With just a pair of earrings like that.
You can, and this color really lends itself obviously to white, to blues, to even pale greens. I mean, it just goes
well, I'm just thinking those long flowing dresses that are really in right now as well.
If we ever get sun to wear them.
Okay,
let's talk about her bracelet that she's wearing. It seems to be a signature design of yours.
It is. It's actually, that particular piece, believe it or not, was originally designed when I was asked to donate to a Diana Krall charity when that was held at the Hotel Vancouver here at the Fairmont. And I wanted to do something, you know, a little bit special. And it came sort of out of the blue, and it's hammered.
Do you know what you're going to do when you get the stones, or do you just kind of go with the flow?
It depends. Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes I have a design, and as I said, I have to go running around looking for specifics. And sometimes it's the stone itself that will inspire you to do. You know, like those earrings there, the Egyptian kind of.
These ones?
Yeah. You know, I love the shape of the stone. I love the color, and I wanted it to look a little bit rich, but sort of old world.
And I love it with the gold. It is very old
Absolutely.
world.
And I would never actually put that with silver. There are perhaps those who might, but that's something I would put together with only gold.
Now let's start with the necklace that this model's got on. It's absolutely stunning. What kind of stones are those?
It's a quartz.
Beautiful.
And that one, I actually bought the stone first, and I kind of went to bed thinking about it, going, what am I going to do? I didn't want to bunch them up. I really wanted to showcase each individual piece. And if you look, if you would just turn towards me, see that little one here? There's like a mom and baby on there. Right? Do you see that? And I wanted to showcase it so that it would really show off the stone. So I came up with this concept, and it's one of my favorites.
And striking a balance between the metals and the stone as well.
Exactly, and not losing it so that if you bunch it all together, it kind of loses the...
And let's talk about what's on her hand there. She's got a bracelet and a ring.
Oh, that little thing?
That little nugget. This is called the Fleur collection, and we have them in miniature as well. For those people who, I don't know if I have it here.
No, but I managed to find one and put it on my hand.
Oh, well, there you go. See? I have to count them when I leave.
I was going to say, you're going to have to watch out when you go.
But they look like little bird's nests.
And you know, you can have it with the pearl or without, and as you can see, there's necklaces to match. And I've also actually got one where there's the Viking knit. A choker and a piece sits on it, but that one's with a client. So
And this is another beautiful piece here. Tell us about this bracelet.
So that's the same sort of thing. It's just done in sterling, and it doesn't have the moonstone and seed pearl enhancement. And this one was worn on the red carpet for the Frankie and Alice premiere, so I was quite chuffed about that.
Very nice.
It looks like this would take a lot of time to do.
You know what? The first time it did. Yeah. But it's like anything.
You get it
Practice makes perfect, right?
Yeah.
So.
Speaking of looking like it takes a lot of time to make, here I'm gonna switch these or just hold this up a little bit because this is.
Tell us about this one.
The spun hearts.
Wow.
Yeah. I was looking for something to put on the end of a necklace when I first started those. Yeah. And I didn't know what to do, and then finally I said, you know what, I'm not going to look for anything. I want to do something of my own. So originally I just made a little hammered heart, and then I kind of reinforced it, and then I really went to town, and that's why.
Just kept going.
Just kept going.
It must be such an interesting process from start to finish with you, because it doesn't sound like you've really got a plan. You just kind of let it make itself.
That particular piece, we did New York Fashion Week for Jewelry in 2009 with Malene Grotrian.
Oh yeah, great, so another local designer.
Right. So I went with her, and we created one of those hearts this big for a belt. And it was on the runway for a belt, and somebody actually bought it, because you can imagine the amount of silver that went into it.
You won't get through security at the
I'm
airport
never going to be able to sell that, right?
We should talk about the paintings as well, because you know, like I say, you have all these aspects of your art that sort of feed each other and feed off each other as well, which is really interesting.
An artist is an artist is an artist, right? You experiment in different things, I think. And for me, the painting was just very therapeutic, and I mean, that piece, when I first started it, I put on this Tuscan yellow all over and went, oh my God, what have I done?
No.
Yeah, exactly. So then I took the sander and started afresh, and I always wanted to do a little bit of a play. It's called the Cheeky Pear.
It is very cheeky.
And it's got the pear in the woman's bottom, so that's what it is.
And your stuff is going to be shown at a gallery soon.
That's going to be at the Deep Cove Seymour Art Gallery in Deep Cove in September of 2011, actually coming up. Yeah. We got the show 2 years ago. But the person who actually has my art, because the jewelry I have sort of in a lot of boutiques in Vancouver, but the art is in a boutique called Pret-a-Porter Luxe in West Vancouver.
On Bellevue.
On Bellevue.
And people can go check it out. And we have to say that you were so generous to bring a piece for us to give away, and I've got it right here. All you have to do for your chance to win this gorgeous necklace is email us at urbanrush@shaw.ca.
Thank you, Jane.
Thank you so
You're
much.
very welcome.
And thank you for having models as well.
And of course, you can go to Jane's website to find out all the information about where you can find her stuff near you. Thanks again.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
Thank
Jane.
you.
Appreciate it. We're going to take a break.